Oh dear, Gromit. Must stop eating cheese last thing. It's given me terrible dreams. Last night I dreamt I'd accidentally become engaged to our neighbour, Miss Flit. Can you imagine? What's this? Oh no, lad. So it wasn't a bad dream after all. It's a real life-flipping nightmare. It's all coming back to me. At the fair, I found that lug nut and she thought it was a... Oh my kitty aunt. Talk about matrimonial misunderstandings. You've got to do something, Gromit. No. I've got to do something. I must go and speak to Miss Flit at once, apologise and explain it was all a terrible mistake. I'm sure Miss Flit will understand. She'll probably be relieved when she learns I wasn't proposing marriage after all. It's not as if we've much in common. Well, I suppose there's nothing for it but to, Oh, Major Crumb.
Yes? Morning, Wallace. I've come about a professional matter of the utmost delicacy and secrecy.
You have? Oh, wonderful. Step into my consulting room and tell me all about it. Seems I'm going to be tied up for a while, Gromit, on business. Why don't you go and put your ear to the ground and find out how the land lies next door? Well, that's a poser.
An imposter? Where?
No, I mean it's a problem because we...
Out with it!
You mind, Gromit, I'm in consultation. Although we at Golden Retrieval believe the customer is always... If there's any information gathering to be done, my eavesdropper is just the tool for it.
Eavesdropper! I like the sound of it! I can identify the object perfectly well.
Oh, excellent.
Then
I suppose we can start hunting for clues with my super clue snooper.
capital idea.
Still, it's not going to be an easy job.
No, it is. Sniper fire!
Merely porridge, Major Crumb. Carry on. Gromit, please.
But I won't stand for any monkey business. If you...
By the way, Major, what do you think of me new painting?
Why, it's very... By George, it's a masterpiece! You're detectives, aren't you?
Registered and certified.
Then you're precisely the men I need for the job.
And I hope we can be of service.
Oh, you can. But you'll need to be discreet. Tread softly. Ears peeled, eyes open. Don't let critical intelligence fall into the wrong hands.
Oh, others are looking for this, object?
Oh, yes, always other.
Great Aunt Prudence, you came so quickly.
Of course, Felicity. An urgent summons from one's only living relative and heir to one's fortune can mean only one thing. Man trouble. Now, who is the blighter this time? I'll box his ears if he's been toying with your affections.
Oh, no trouble as such, Aunt Prudence. But, well, there has been an important development on the matrimonial front, which... Pardon me, Aunt Prudence. I think I spy an ugly little intruder. I positively loathe fungi. Come, let's go inside for a cup of tea.
Have you chamomile, child? Man trouble always makes me hackles rise and my petticoats fluster.
In his spare time, he likes to tinker a little.
Tinker?
Yes, inventions and such like.
A handyman? Well, you'll obviously have to put a stop to the inventing. Certainly not in the house. Can't be tolerated.
Oh no. Far too messy and intrusive.
Well, I think you've told me all I need to hear.
And so?
So long as he doesn't leave his contraptions lying around all over the house, he sounds a very suitable suitor.
So our engagement has your blessing?
I don't see why not. Unless...
Yes?
Unless, of course... Well, he's not a member of that place, is he? That appalling country club whose name alone makes me shudder.
You mean Prickly Thicket?
Oh, yes. Oh, heavens, child, you know our family history. We Flits have never associated with those dreadful prickly thicketers.
Oh, you needn't worry, Aunt Prudence. Wallace isn't the Prickly Thicket type.
Morning, Mr. Panea.
Constable Dibbins. Delivering the mail as well this morning?
Aye, Posty's off sick. He's got the mumps and I've got the hump.
Sorry to hear that.
Her Majesty's mail must be delivered, and PC Ernest Dibbins has never shrunk from duty, even when such duties aren't even part of his blinking job description. Here's your post.
Ah,
Couldn't help but notice the coat of arms, Mr. Panea. A prickly thicket, isn't it?
happen?
So, you remember then?
Oh, aye. Practically me second home.
Is it now? That's a very interesting coincidence. I was just saying to myself the other day, Ernest Dibbins, it's time you joined a...
Oh, my. Excuse me, Constable.
What are you staring at? Get along now. Back off. Caught him trying to nick your letter. The important one from Prickly Thicket.
Oh, that's only the envelope. I've got the letter here.
Not bad news, I trust.
Oh, no. Quite the reverse. it's my turn to propose a new member.
Is it really? Well, I never.
It's a heavy responsibility. Not everyone's cut out to be a prickly thicketer. The candidate must be a gentleman of impeccable character, someone who's always there for a friend in need, a pillar of the community, and, of course, a sportsman. Going to be a long search?
Not necessarily. I mean, the ideal candidate might be, somebody who's very close to you.
Oh?
Aye, somebody who's right in front of your nose, in fact.
Ah, yes, of course. You mean Mr. Wallace, my near neighbour and one of my best customers.
Wallace? He's no blinking sportsman. He don't know one end of a golf club from t'other.
Well, that's true.
And he's hardly a pillar of the community, like
Like who?
Mr. Pannier. My dear Mr. Pannier, who watches over this town centre like a shepherd watches his flock. Who sees to it that everybody stays on the straight and narrow.
Oh, you mean you? But don't forget, you forgot to find me after that business with the bad bangers last month.
Only on account of me soft heart. It's me only failing. But don't start getting ideas. I'll let you off with a warning once, but just once.
Of course, Constable.
Now, you better start getting these crates put away. They're blocking a public thoroughfare.
Oh dear, not more crates.
Good day, Mr. Pannier. I'll leave you to think things out. Out of me way, you.
Don't suppose you could use a few crates of super sticky nut butter, can you? I ordered 5 tubs, but the daft Hayperth at warehouse put me down for 500. How am I supposed to shift 500 tubs of super sticky nut butter? Wait a minute. Take this home to your master. Free sample, courtesy of Pannier's Produce. If you don't like it, you can always use it to fill in cracks before decorating.
No, Mother, not Icky Cricket, Prickly Thicket, a country club. Your Ernies may soon be joining a country club. What do you think of that?
Hey, you're the mutt what's responsible for my incarceration, aren't you? No hard feelings, mate. Come here. I've got a little present for you. Pleasant accommodations so far as jail cells go. Pillows could be a bit plumper, but I ain't complaining. Anyway, my lawyers are on the case. They ought to be out in a fortnight at the latest.
Gromit. And Mr. Muzzle seemed like such a nice man. Whoever would have thought he'd turn out a reet villain? Ooh, careful with that. It's my last one, and it's reserved for Mr. Pannier. Ooh, it's all over Tip Papers this morning. How Monty Muzzle's fundraising funfair was a big fake, and how a certain ice cream vendor and his dog brung him to justice. I couldn't help noticing that little item in the society section, the one about your master and Miss Flit. It's true then. Been keeping it a secret, those sly devils. Much obliged, Pet, but Mr. Paneer already gave me free sample. Closed by order of the law, and all on account of a teeny tiny mouse. Oof, ridiculous, really. But you know Constable Dibbins. He'll let a lot of things go, but he's a stickler when it comes to vermin. Closed down by a mouse.
I'm running out of room in my shop. What am I going to do with all this nut butter? Can't really leave these crates in the street all day.
Ah, my good friend Paneer. Glad to see you're doing your civic duty.
Oh, yes. Wouldn't want to presume on our friendship.
That's why I've always respected you, Mr. Paneer. Never one to take advantage of powerful friends. You know, when push comes to shove, the law must be obeyed.
Honour, duty and golf. That's the prickly thicket motto.
And a fine motto it is. A motto I could easily live by if, say, someone were to invite me to join the club.
Say no more, Constable. I've thought it over and...
Thinking heck!
Crikey!
What kind of trick is this?
Trick? No trick. Just a little mix-up. Optical illusion. If you'll just turn the other way for a moment, I'll...
Turn the other way? I am an officer of the law, Mr. Paneer.
But our friendship...
I'm sorry, Mr. Paneer, but vermin's vermin, and vermin trumps friendship every time.
So, that's how it's going to be, is it? Hey up, Gromit, where'd you come from? I weren't really thinking straight when I said your master might be prickly thicket material. He's a right good bloke, your Wallace. But, like the PC says, if he's a sportsman, I'm a banana.
Hey up, Gromit! Ooh, careful with that. It's my last one, and it's reserved for Mr. Paneer. cut-up magazine. That's for Mr. Paneer.
Well, of course they want me, Mother. Why do you sound so surprised about that? Why shouldn't a country club want me for a member?
I'm prepared to give your master a very good price on nut butter if he buys in quantity.
I must say, Aunt Prudence, I still don't understand your antipathy towards Prickly Thicket.
You don't need to understand it, my girl. Just accept it. We Flits have felt antipathy towards Prickly Thicketers for generations.
Well, far be it from me to break a family tradition.
Don't be flippant, Felicity. If I discover your intended is a...
Oh, you needn't worry on that score. There's no possibility that Wallace is a member of Prickly Thicket. Believe me.
And this Wallace of yours, you're quite sure he's entirely unconnected to that horrible club?
Quite sure, Aunt Prudence. Wallace couldn't possibly be a member of Prickly Thicket.
For a start, no answers yet in the flit case, Gromit. You may want to use some of my equipment.
That's right. Put the thumb screws on her. Good heavens. That fellow looks almost exactly like you.
Yes, interesting coincidence. Well, that's a poser.
An imposter? Where?
No, I mean it's a problem because we...
Out with it, man! Spit it out!
Well, although we at Golden Retrieval believe the customer is always right, we may find it a little tricky to, retrieve...
Gromit! Closed you down, did he? Oh, the constable's in a right grumpy mood today, isn't he?
And I thought we were mates. Almost invited him to join me country club, I did.
Oh, well, you've saved yourself a lot of regrets. Here, this ought to soften the blow.
Extreme putting. I've been looking forward to this issue. There's supposed to be an in-depth feature on the merits of natural rubber grips versus synthetic. Hello? What's this? Lincoln Nora. Is that who I think it is?
Well, I'll be. That's our Wallace, that is. Rookie of the Year.
I didn't even know he played golf.
Oh, he's a man of mystery and no mistake.
Yes.
What you thinking, Pat?
Constable Dibbins, this is a pleasant surprise. What brings you to,
Here, package for you.
What do you suppose this is about? It's from Prickly Thicket. Well, I never. They're inviting me to become a member. And they've even enclosed the club's official tank top. Imagine that, lad. A country club. Ho ho! We're going up in the world, eh, Gromit? Miss Flit.
Please, Wallace, you needn't be so formal. Not after yesterday. Call me Felicity.
Yes. About yesterday.
I did leave you hanging in suspense rather, didn't I? Naughty me. But I do have an answer for you now.
You do?
I couldn't take a step of this magnitude without first consulting my great aunt Prudence. And you'll be delighted to know she has given us her blessing. Isn't that wonderful? Her only caveat, and it's almost too ridiculous to mention, is that she forbids us to marry if you're a member of...
We reject the sticky wicket, that ball of cursed cricket. We tell other sports to stick it. Golf for us is just the ticket. Hurrah! Hurrah for Prickly Thicket! Brother Wallace is duly sworn in co-conformance with prickly protocol. Devil if I ken why it had to be Wallace, but what's done's done. Welcome to the club, Wallace. We await the opening whack. Swing the club, you tube!
What's he doing here, Miss Constable Dibbins?
Stop in the name of the law! I hereby announce that in violation of Municipal Bylaw number 486, as relating to sports and social clubs use of, this club is to be closed forthwith.
This is irregular.
Bylaws state, and I quote, every registered golf and country club must be in possession of no fewer than one fully functioning golf course.
Oh, yes. That bylaw.
Pardon if I'm a bit, shaky on the upswing, but are you saying that...
We don't actually have a golf course. Not at the moment, anyway.
Had one once. Dashed fine one it was, too.
But the deed was lost.
Somewhere within the walls of this club.
Some little time ago.
1649?
Rotten year.
It's a long and terrible story.
It's history.
And as of tomorrow morning, Prickly Thicket'll be history too. Enjoy your last day at the club, gentlemen.
Well, there's only one thing for it, I reckon. Like the Booby Bobby said, let's enjoy our last day at the club.
Capital idea. Perhaps I can get a game of chess in before ticket. I still need to work on me cushion technique.
Pardon me, but PC Dibbins is going to shut Prickly Thicket Golf Club because it hasn't got a golf course.
Oh, that's what he says. Cheek.
And it hasn't got a golf course because the deed proving its existence is lost.
Yes.
Deed?
Aye, that's
Well
right.
then, there's nothing for it but to find the deed.
Easier said than done, laddie.
Prickly thicketers have been searching for centuries.
Impossible quest, Wallace.
Impossibilities are our speciality at Golden Retrieval.
Of course! Now I remember! That's what I hired you fellows to find! The deed to Prickly Thicket Golf Course!
Me clue finder ought to come in handy for finding clues. Automatic golf ball cleaner. I'm still missing a clue or two. Eureka! A clue! The golden key shall only be obtained by him who earned it. The golfer who, without a clue, took up the game and learned it. To hook and slice is never nice unless ye have direction. A book depicts in stages 6 the order of perfection.
Aha! I've got it now!
You have?
Rook to pawn 3!
There's bound to be a clue nearby. What's this? Behold the foolish puppy dog, he keepeth very busy. He seeketh for the silver key, and spinneth till he's dizzy. The hours pass, he stoppeth not, in daytime nor in nighttime. Methinks he'll findeth not his prize, until you see the right time. Blinkin' Nora, this is a riddle and no mistake.
Call that poetry, Wallace.
I think it's a clue, Major Crumb. If I could just round up all the clues in the vicinity, I could begin to unravel this mystery. Could this be a clue? Only the man who has mastered the Ganges and made the impossible shot is worthy to pocket the porcelain key that will slide in the porcelain slot.
Master the Ganges? Does that mean the river? Or could it mean...
Could it mean what?
Nothing. Just a silly superstition.
Clever workmanship.
That there's our brass butler.
Built by Goodman Vittles in 1648.
Either that clock's wrong or I am. Springs could do with a bit of tensioning.
Nonsense. Clock's on thicket time, that's all.